Ever loved watching an anime where the main character starts off weak, but becomes an unstoppable powerhouse? In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 Isekai anime where the underdog turns into the ultimate hero. If you're all about epic transformations, hit that like button and let's jump right in. 10. Cautious Hero. There is a popular saying, "You can never be too careful." It is very important to prepare for every situation you may face, even if it seems like an unnecessary waste of time. Also, in games like RPGs, it is good to exceed the level of your enemies to achieve total victory. These words describe Seiya Ryagwin a little too perfectly. After being summoned by the goddess Ristart to save the world of Gaybrand from destruction, the hero prepares himself for his noble journey. While this might be normal, he spends a very long time training himself, despite having overpowered stats. He fights weak enemies using his strongest skills and buys excessive amounts of supplies and potions, all to stay safe. While his attitude may be a bit annoying, it might just be the saving grace of Gaybrand, especially considering that it is a world where the forces of evil dominate each and every expectation. 9. Greatest Demon Lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Having reached the pinnacle of human potential, Varvatos was so powerful that the rest of humankind began calling him the Demon Lord, both fearing and respecting his overwhelming influence. As a result, he felt alienated from his fellow humans, leading him to desire true companionship, an equal he could call a friend. Hoping his fate will change in his next life, Varvatos decides to start anew and reincarnates 3,000 years later as Ardmeteor, the son of a seemingly ordinary couple in a rural town. Unfortunately, he realizes that even after weakening himself, his strength still overshadows everyone in this era. Moreover, his lack of social skills bars him from achieving his goal of making friends. But worst of all, the repercussions of suddenly abandoning his former position have begun to bite him back in some of the most unimaginable ways possible. Death March Parallel World of Rhapsody. Ikiru Suzuki, a programmer nearing his 30s, is drowning in work. Worn out, he eventually has a chance to catch up on sleep, only to wake up and discover himself in a fantasy RPG world, which is mashed together from the games he was debugging in reality. In this new place, he realizes that not only has his appearance changed to a younger version of himself, but his name has also changed to Satu, a nickname he used while running beta tests on games. However, before Satu can fully grasp his situation, an army of lizardmen launch an assault on him. Forced to cast a powerful spell in retaliation, Satu wipes them out completely, and his level is boosted to 310, effectively maximizing his stats. Now, as a high-leveled adventurer armed with a plethora of skills and no way to return to reality, Satu sets out to explore this magical new world. 7. Black Summoner. To prepare for reincarnation in another world, Kelvin gives up select memories from his previous life in exchange for powerful abilities, additional skill points, and an S-class summoner title. As a bonus, the goddess facilitating his rebirth, Melfina, offers him a choice of any companion to give him a head start in his summoner role. Kelvin, who has fallen head over heels for Melfina at first sight, promptly chooses the deity, confident that his passionate feelings for her will resurface even without all of his memories. Kelvin embarks on his exciting new journey with Melfina as his guide. However, in order to summon his beloved goddess' physical form, he needs to acquire significant amounts of mana points. And the best way to accomplish this is to level up by fighting strong enemies and making contracts with even stronger companions. 6. Aristocrat Otherworldly Adventure. On his way to a convenience store, Kanzuya Shina tries to defend two young girls from an armed assailant, only to end up getting stabbed himself and dying on the spot. This good deed allows him to be reborn with all his memories in another world as Cain von Silford, the third son of a Margrave. When Cain turns 5, a baptismal ceremony in the church grants him an audience to the 7 gods who preside over the world. Not only do the gods fill him in on the circumstances of his reincarnation, but they also give Cain their respective divine protections, allowing him to use cheat-like abilities in swordsmanship, magic, and many other aspects. With these blessings, Cain sets out to live a fulfilling life that he deems a dream come true. However, it soon becomes clear that the gods have more plans for him than just a haphazard bestowal of overwhelming power. 5. The Devil is a Part-Timer. Striking fear into the hearts of mortals, the demon lord Satan begins to conquer the land of Ant Isla with his vast demon armies. However, while embarking on this brutal quest to take over the continent, his efforts are foiled by the hero Emilia, forcing Satan to make his swift retreat through a dimensional portal only to land in the human world. Along with his loyal general Alciel, the demon finds himself stranded in modern-day Tokyo and vows to return and complete his subjugation of Ant Isla. That is, if they can find a way back. Powerless in a world without magic, Satan assumes the guise of a human named Sadao Mao and begins working at M. Gironald's, a local fast food restaurant. to make ends meet. He soon realizes that his goal of conquering Ant Isla is just not enough as he grows determined to climb the corporate ladder and become the ruler of Earth. One satisfied customer at a time. Whether it's part-time work, household chores, or simply trying to pay the rent on time, Hataraku Mausama presents a hilarious view of the most mundane aspects of everyday life, all through the eyes of a hapless demon lord. For Overlord, the final hour of the popular virtual reality game Yggdrasil has come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild Ain's Ulgaun, decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character and, moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development and if there may be others in the same predicament. 3. Chillin' in another world with my level 2 super cheat skill. When a humble merchant named Banaza is summoned to the magical kingdom of Clyrode in another world, the citizens hope he will become the hero who can take down the threatening dark army. Unfortunately, Banaza does not gain any exceptional powers at level 1 as hero candidates usually do, and he has no way of returning to his old world. As compensation, he is sent to live in a faraway forest. Upon arriving, Banaza levels up once and suddenly gains limitless powers that he now has no idea what to do with. To avoid drawing attention, Banaza changes his appearance and assumes the name Flio. While away from home, he stumbles across a young demi-human girl named Fenris, who is seemingly searching for the same forest Flio was sent to. However, she attacks him and reveals her true identity, a Lupin demon. Luckily, Philo's unrivaled magic overpowers Fenris, and she swears undying loyalty to him. However, Flio refuses to hold power over her. The two instead begin pretending to be a married couple and embark on a new life together. 2. The world's finest assassins get reincarnated in another world. The world's greatest assassin had sworn lifelong allegiance to the organization that raised him. However, despite his loyalty, that very same organization takes action to silence him, ultimately leading to his demise. Drowning in frustration and regrets he can no longer suppress, he finds himself in an audience with a goddess attracted by his exceptional skills. The goddess offers him reincarnation into a magnificent world of swords and magic, so he can perform a crucial mission: prevent that world's destruction by slaying its hero. Accepting the goddess' request, he is reborn as Luf Tuatha, the son of a noble family of assassins serving the Alvan Kingdom. Under the guidance of his father, Luf learns new assassination techniques that significantly differ from the cold-blooded and unsympathetic killing style of his previous life. Furthermore, his other talents bloom, allowing him to meet new allies and acquaintances. Even so, Luf knows that his efforts are far from adequate, because a monumental adversary such as the hero can only be defeated with perfection. 1. That time I got reincarnated into another world. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker, who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo, other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his mind and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he is reincarnated as a goop of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably, the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon the sealed catastrophe-level monster, Storm Dragon Veldora, who had been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ashes. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him, promising to assist in destroying the seal. In return, Veldora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest to grant him divine protection. Now, liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate. If you enjoyed watching these epic transformations, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Which anime transformation blew your mind? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.